What's going on, folks? I am AutoMattock. Today we're going to talk about hit confirms for Abigail. All of the normal hit confirms and the block strings if your opponent blocks. So this is something that's very important to practice by themselves in something like the Vroom Vroom into Abigail punch, light punch. That's something you have to go into training mode and put the guard on random and see for yourself. But we're gonna really dive into the options that I discovered. And I don't mean I discovered it like as in I'm taking credit for, right? I don't want to get into that conversation, that filthy conversation. I don't care. Discovered for myself, discovered on my own, whatever. This is what I found. So, first of all, the crouching light kick is 4 frames. So that's something very important that you want to keep in mind. But there's not really a hit confirm off of this, but there is block. You have advantage on block. So if your opponent blocks the crouching short, you're +2. So your next crouching short, because it's 4 frames, it'll be a 2-frame window. If they do a 3-frame in between this, you will counter hit them. Counter hitting gives you more advantage. Therefore, you can confirm into your standing jab and then into EX Abigail punch. Again, I'm not going to get into the knockdown scenario, just the hit confirms themselves, and I'm not going to get into where you use the hit confirms either, because for right now, it's just important to realize what you have and then where to apply it later, and then we can move on from there. But for the sake of just this video, that's how crouching light kick works in my opinion. The other option is to throw off of this. So you're confirming if your crouching light kick is blocked, and then you go into another crouching short, or you go into another throw, and then you confirm the counter hit state as well. So that's pretty much it as far as crouching short. If you're playing against a character who doesn't have a 3-frame, then you can command grab them. But someone like Jury who has a 3-frame standing jab, that's not going to work because it's just faster. You have the command grab is 6, you're +2, it's a 4-frame window. Her standing jab is 3, so 4. Obviously more than 3 less than 4, it's going to counter hit you. That's crouching light kick. Let's talk about standing medium punch. Actually, let's go to the... We'll finish with the light attacks first. So, Bang Bang and Vroom Vroom. This one is 5-frame startup. This one is 6-frame startup. Now, it's important to note that they're both +3. So, on block, you can command grab, right? The light kick command grab, which has the most range. Also, the EX command grab has the same range too, so it should be able to work. Yep, and now for this, you get a safe jump. If you do nothing, you get a combo. You can follow up off of the wall bounce. But if it hits, that's when you want to hit confirm into the light punch Abigail punch. Right? So I can demonstrate this real quick. If I see it hit, I will go into the light punch Abigail punch. Right? This is on random. Yep. Still being locked. There we go. I did it, just not too fast, but you get the idea. You can react to it, and it's absolutely hit confirmable. Now the crouching one might be a little bit trickier. I would suggest going into EX, and the push back is greater than the Vroom Vroom. The crouching one, bang bang, standing, Vroom Vroom. But it's also +3. The reason why you want to use standing jab, not just because it's faster, but the crouching jab, the crouching jabs chain, aka bang bang, will take you outside of grab range. That's why the pushback is really important here. So you can't really use this as a tick-go setup. And yeah, again, it is crazy that this is +3. And you do have to be right point blank up close. So as far as a follow-up for a block string where you're hitting them again, you can do another Vroom Vroom. But you can't combo off of it. You have to use super, right? If anything. So it's kind of a stretch. It's a bit of a stretch, but that's what you have there. Really, the hit confirming, the pressure is from the Vroom Vroom itself or going into command grab. So when you see it hit, you go into light punch, Abigail punch. If you see it blocked, you can consider going into a command grab. And if you think your opponent is going to jump away, you can do another Vroom Vroom. It feels so funny for me to just say that casually. Just do another Vroom Vroom, right? Vroom Vroom, bang bang. But again, yeah, this is +3. This is 6, and that's why this is trading. The crouching bang bang. Vroom Vroom, bang bang. And I think that's enough about that, right? Yes, so let's talk about standing light kick. Standing light kick is excellent for the command grab because you can hit it off of the standing. You can use it whether it hits your opponent or it blocks. It's what are we looking at? It's got to be +4 or +3. +4 on hit, +3 on block. Because anything else, it'll cause the grab to whiff, or it'll cause it to brain farts. It'll cause it to be able to be counter hit by 3 frames. So let me just show you exactly what I'm talking about. If it's guarded and they do a 3-frame, that's gonna work. If it hits, it should be +4, so your command grab will still be a real string. Let's go to no guard. should still work. But if it counter hits, no good, right? Counter hit, you have too much advantage. Too much advantage. So that's not good. If it does counter it, you probably get something maybe more. You probably could do another standing short, really. But the hit confirm off of the standing short is important to know as well. And from there, you get crouching short. You can link into crouching short, light punch, Abigail punch. Yep, I think that's about it for standing light kick. Standing light kick it's got 3 active frames. So technically, you can link off of the second active frame. You can link back hard punch, and you can get that off some knockdown. So off of this knockdown, dash up, and this is not really the direction I was going to take this, but I'm here now, right? So if your standing light kick hits on the second active frame, which it will on the normal recovery of giant flip, then you can link back hard punch. But that's a really peculiar situation. And off of this situation too, I think you can link 2 standing short and then go with a jab, Abigail punch. So you can increase the damage by like 10, right? Yep, there's a difference of 10. So yeah, standing light kick. The important thing to take away is command grab or crouching short. So you link it to crouching short or command grab. Link, right? So looks like last but certainly not least, there's a lot to talk about with this button. Standing medium punch. So by itself, it's similar, and I talked about this before in one of my other videos. It's similar to Ed's standing medium punch, where you can confirm off of just the button by itself. It may not visually look like you can do that, but there's enough hit stun, block stun, so you can see which happens, and you can go into back hard punch. Back hard punch being one of the best knockdowns in my opinion that Abigail has, because it keeps you close with a decent amount of frame advantage. I think +3 against normal recovery. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. This is really good. Now, what you want to also look at is what happens when it's blocked, right? When they block this and then they mash a 3 frame, crouching. You have to use the crouching bang bang. Bang bang will be 6 startup, but you're +4. You're +4 after standing medium punch. So this is a 2 frame window. Now off of this, you have to use EX. If I'm not mistaken, I think you have to use EX and nothing else will reach. Right? It's just too far away. So you have to use EX. Now you can technically use the standing one, but you have to delay it by a few frames. So actually 1 frame, because this is a perfect. They're gel. They can't leave block stun. So because you are +5, right? Yep, +5 standing medium punch. Now what's interesting about this move is that when the opponent is crouching, it hits on the second active frame, so it increases the frame advantage, which also would sort of mess up your crouching jab, right? Now they're stuck. Now they can't even do it. So in that case, you can do another standing medium punch, right? Because now it's got to be +6, right? It's got to be +6 on block because this is a 9 frame move. So now that they're crouching, this will counter hit the 3 frame, and then you can link another standing medium punch. Very strange, right? So only if they're crouching. And there's some really weird interactions with the later active frames of that move. Maybe I'll talk about it in another video. For now, this just to keep in mind, if your opponent is crouching, it has more block stun. So, yeah. What else? You can command grab off of this. You're in range, but you have to manually time it. And if you know about some of my, I guess, philosophies about this game, manual timing is kind of whack, right? It's hard to be consistent with it in a game that has input buffering and input delay. Those 2 combinations of things makes timing things in the moment particularly difficult, but it's there. You can do it. And what else do I have? Yep, that's the more advantage. Crouching, medium punch. Oh yeah, and there's some ranges where there are certain ranges where maybe you're standing. Your back hard punch won't link off of this, right? You might be too far away. In that case, you can use standing short and then go into EX Abigail punch. EX Abigail punch having more, it's able to reach your opponents from further distances, so it's more consistent. So there may be a range where I can't use exactly, case in point. So it's more consistent to use EX. But again, once you have knockdowns where you know the advantage that you're at, and then you can go into the hit confirms based on the startup of the speed of that normal startup of the speed, right? Then you can apply the hit confirms, but just having them in the first place is an important tool, and then you can apply those to different knockdowns later, and then we can begin discussing what to do off of normal and back recoveries once you get those hit confirms. I hope that makes sense, and I hope you learned something. I'm AutoMattock, twitch.tv/AutoMattock. YouTube.com/Jivo, and Twitter @AutoMattock. I'm AutoMattock.